That girl loved her meat, white, red, didn't matter, long as she had herself a big old platter. Well, one day as she's about to take a bite, her two friends look on in such a fright. Please, 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 don't eat the meat. That right there is our family. She felt bad and sad, then decided to read. Yeah, V-E-G-A-N, yeah, yeah. Vegan. That's what she decided to be, and her friends were so happy. She went from wings to weeds, wings to weeds, yeah, wings to weeds, wings to weeds.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wings to Weeds. I'm your host, Christine Horn. Welcome back and welcome to all my new subscribers out there. Thanks for watching. Today, I'm hungry right now, so I'm gonna make some dinner and you're gonna make it with me. How about that? I'm gonna roast some asparagus. What you'll need today is some fresh asparagus. I've already trimmed the ends off, which is what you should do. And of course rinse them really well. My oven is preheating at 400. It's been preheating now for about 15 minutes, so it's nice and hot and good to go. I'm also going to make a baked portobello mushroom, or roasted, however you want to call it. So I have a portobello mushroom available. And as a side dish, I went to the farmer's market yesterday and was walking past this table and came across these beautiful leaves. I just washed them. Look how beautiful those are. Beautiful green and kind of a reddish purple. They are gorgeous. I asked the lady, I said, what is this? She said, it's amaranth. And I felt like I had heard about that before, but not really. I've never eaten it and never cooked it. And she said, oh, it's like Chinese spinach. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it. It was $1.50. Why not? For this big, beautiful bunch. So I've soaked and rinsed these in a little bit of, in a deep bin. I use this bin over and over with water and some vinegar. That's how you get a lot of the debris off any greens that you want to clean. So I did about 3 washes of that, and so now these are good to go. So this is my first time using this. I'm gonna saute these with some diced onions, and I'm not sure what seasoning just yet. We'll see when I get over to the stove. But so in case you ever see amaranth at your farmer's market, pick some up. Apparently they're grown in a lot of Asian countries, and it's really an herb, but it's classified as a leafy green for some people as well. So we're going to try it. I ate a piece of it raw, and when you first bite it, it's fine, and then like 2 seconds later there's this lingering aftertaste that I didn't love so much. But I guess that could kind of be like kale or collards, because I really love those, but they can be kind of strong at first before you add stuff to it. So maybe I'm not giving it a chance just yet. I might be able to make a delicious amaranth raw salad. That might be good. But we're not going to do that today. Today we're just going to saute it up with some onions and some seasoning. So meet me over at the counter, and we're going to get the asparagus and the mushrooms in the oven, and then we'll get to the amaranth. Okay, so I've got my portobello mushroom cap, and I have a damp paper towel. You never want to put your portobello mushroom under the water. You just want to use your damp towel and gently wipe, and that stuff will come off. Now the reason why I'm roasting the mushroom, just to show you that sometimes you can just make a quick one-pan meal in the oven and you don't even have to think about it. Instead of watching it over the stove, you can be doing something else. Spending time with your kids or your sweetheart. This little stump here, I'm going to take that off. Let's see if I can pull it right off. See how easy that came off? I'm going to toss that. I love this in here. It doesn't bother me, so I'm going to leave that. What I am going to do, I just need a piece of aluminum foil. put that there. Whew. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to use a little extra virgin olive oil, not too much. Maybe about a teaspoon. And just threw that in there, put that in the middle. This mushroom will soak it up. And I'll put just a dab on top and massage it in. And it just disappears immediately. Now I have this wonderful seasoning from Trader Joe's called South African Smoke. It's not spicy at all, but it has this flavoring. It has paprika flakes, sea salt, garlic, and basil. Sorry guys, I know you couldn't read that, but that's what the label looks like in case you're near a Trader Joe's. Oh, it's so good. It feels like you truly put this in a smoker, like let it roast. Oh, it's so delicious. And there's hardly any salt in it. Let's see. 70 milligrams of salt. Not so bad. So I'm going to get that seasoned. It doesn't really stick to the top of the mushroom. As you can see, most of the seasoning is kind of on the side. But it's okay. It'll infuse it. So I'm just going to cover it up. And that's going to go in the oven just like that. Okay, and I'm over here with my asparagus that's already cut up. And I have my pan foil lined because it's less cleaning for me later. So all I'm going to do is spread my asparagus on my pan. Today's seasoning is salt-free Mrs. Dash. It is tomato, basil, and garlic. That's going to be delicious. But I am going to use a little extra virgin olive oil. Just maybe 2 tablespoons, enough to just drizzle a little bit on top. And I'm going to be pretty generous with this Mrs. Dash since there's no salt in here at all, just herbs. And then just use your hands and swish it all together so that that oil evenly distributes. I got the sniffles, guys. I don't know what happened. Alright, that's all laid out. And I still have room left on this part of the pan. So I'm just going to sit my mushroom right there. Now I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to start it out by cooking it for about 15 to 20 minutes and see how everything's looking. I also have some black beans cooking. I'm throwing down in here today, y'all. I'm so hungry. I have these cooking, some delicious black beans, and I mixed in some tricolor peppers. So that's cooking up. You don't want to just make boring beans. You know, sometimes you just get tired of looking at the same old beans. So those are almost done. So that'll go good. And I have some quinoa that I'll eat with that. Okay, we're back, and now I have a bowl ready to put my cut amaranth in. Like I said, this is my first time using it, so I'm just gonna, you know, experiment. So the individual leaves stalks look like this. So I heard that everything is edible. So I'm just going to start like by chopping the ends off. And I'm not going to totally toss them. I'm just going to chop the little brown end off and put that to the side. But I'll use some of the stalk, maybe just to see what is happening with that. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm just going to, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to chop it up. How about that? That works. You know what? Chop it up. Can't go wrong. So I'm just going to finish slicing all this amaranth and come back. Okay, alright, all of my amaranth is cut up into this bowl. It looks beautiful. It looks like a beautiful salad, doesn't it? Just by itself. I actually, for this go round, I didn't end up using the very ends since it's just my first time. If I like the way the ones that are in here taste, I'll try all of it next time. But these are pretty tough and not today. How about that? So let's go over to the stove. Okay, so let's get about a medium to medium high heat on our pan here. I'm just going to start with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And the only seasoning I'm going to use for this today is sea salt and black pepper. Just since I've never had this amaranth, I don't want to ruin the flavor of the vegetable by doing too much to it. So you want to get that oil there. This is about a half of an onion. I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out, guys. I'm usually pretty good with my guesstimations, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So we're going to let these onions get nice and browned up, and then we'll add the amaranth. Okay, these onions are looking good, so let's add our amaranth. It smells so good in my apartment right now because the asparagus has been roasting, the mushroom has been roasting, the smell of onions sauteing. Woo! Delicious. I get excited about food, in case you can't tell. That big bushel of amaranth is fitting in this nice pot. So let's just cover that for a second and let the leaves wilt a bit. Then we'll stir it. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. I've been letting the leaves wilt. Stir that around. Very similar to beet greens, where they turn everything red. Lost a few. Alright, I'm just going to sprinkle like a teaspoon of sea salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Not too much, just to bring out the natural flavor. Let's see what this amaranth is giving. This will be done in a second. Give it a taste test. It's good. Alright, I just took the portobello mushroom out the oven. The asparagus actually got done a lot faster. This is what the asparagus looked like when it was done. Nice and soft to the touch. You know, you can kind of squeeze it like that. It's definitely done. And the portobello mushroom, once you open it, looks like that. See all that juice in there? Oh, I'm covering it up, sorry. All that juice, that's from the actual mushroom and that little bit of olive oil we put in there. So that is done. Yummy. Nice and moist. I'm going to add that to my plate. Alright guys, well that is dinner. Dinner is served. I mean, that's a nice looking plate. Don't you agree? We got the amaranth leaves with sauteed onions. We've got roasted asparagus with a tomato, basil, garlic, herb seasoning. We've got a portobello mushroom that was roasted in the oven for about 20-25 minutes with the South African smoke seasoning from Trader Joe's. Got some brown rice and some black beans with mixed bell peppers. I'm ready to eat, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. But as far as the amaranth leaves, I've been tasting them. They're okay. Now, I mean, I can cook. I just wouldn't run out to go get them again. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm glad I tried them. You know, I actually think I would like them more in a salad, because the taste, even though it has an aftertaste, I feel like if I make a nice dressing or nut dressing for it, it could be pretty good. Maybe even if I mix it with kale, that might be really nice. So we'll try that another day, just to give it another shot, because they're so beautiful. You know what I mean? I just want to eat them because they're pretty. But I'm going to get to eating my dinner, and I hope you enjoy yours, whatever you're having tonight. Please try this. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a message, subscribe, rate, do all the above. And remember, you are special and you are loved. Peace.
That girl loved her meat, white, red, didn't matter, long as she had herself a big old platter. But one day, as she's about to take a bite, her two friends look on in such a fright. Please, 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 don't eat the meat. That right there is our family.